I'm gonna have to edit this video so much.
What?
I'm gonna have to edit this video so much. I keep messing it up. I hate it. Why can't I speak today? Don't know why I'm having such trouble speaking. Video. It's infuriating. Okay, get it together. Get it together. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Akila and I am a yoga teacher. And today I'm going to be taking you through part 6 of a journaling series that I've been curating leading up to the new year for 2024. So we've covered a lot of topics so far leading up to this video. So if you missed any of the previous videos, I will be posting a little link right up here for the first installment of this mini series. So if you wanted to watch them in order, you can always follow that link and watch from the beginning. In that video, I do a little breakdown of how I set up my journal and how everything is structured. So if you want a little bit of inspiration on how to structure your own journal, you can go ahead and check that video out before you get into this one. So today I wanted to kind of get into the topic of goal setting and break down a few of the factors that go into really productive goal setting. So I feel like around this time of year, there's all this external pressure to set goals for yourself. So I wanted to break down a little bit with this week's journal prompts about how you can go about setting goals in a more productive and more organized way and really get a feel for some more of the specifics of the goals that you're setting for yourself. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about the duration of your goals, so long-term, short-term, and we're also going to be talking about the motivation behind your goals, whether that is external motivation or internal motivation of your goals. And we're also going to get into some appreciation on some of the goals that you may have met that maybe you've forgotten about that were amazing. And we're also going to be talking a little bit about what might be getting in the way of you achieving your goals that you currently have. So first, let's get into long-term versus short-term. So long-term goals, for me, I would say they're probably anywhere between 5 to 10 years out down the road. Of course, different people have different ideas of when a goal will break the cusp of going from a short-term goal to a long-term goal. But for me personally, I'd say long-term goals are going to be anything 5 to 10 years away or more even. Whereas short-term goals are going to be anything that would happen in less than 5 years. So keep that in mind going forward because we are going to get into a couple prompts that will ask whether something is a long-term or short-term goal for you. And the next thing I want to get to is whether or not your goals are intrinsically motivated or if there is something external that is motivating your goals for you. So let's talk examples of this. You can have one goal that can actually have both motivations involved, or you can have goals that are one or the other. So an example might be if you are in any sort of competitive sport, you may want to achieve a certain goal for a result that is external to you. So for example, you might be going for something that has a prize. Maybe you are in a position for a promotion, or maybe there's a financial end goal for you with your given goal. So those would be things that would be externally motivated. You have something that is outside of yourself that is making you want to pursue that goal. Whereas Goals that are intrinsically motivated are going to be goals that you want to achieve because of something inside of you that is telling you that you want to do it. So if you have an ability-based goal, say you are working towards a certain pose in your yoga practice, or you are working towards a certain skill that you want to achieve those skills just because you feel it in your heart that you want to do it. That would be something that's intrinsically motivated. So in my experience, goals that are intrinsically motivated are generally the goals that we find better results from because it is more subjective to us. We feel when we've gotten to that point. Whereas goals that have an external motivation can often leave us disappointed. Because say, for example, you are going for a promotion at work. That decision is ultimately based on someone else and is not always in your control. You can control certain variables that would potentially get you to that goal, i.e. showing up to work on time, putting in a good effort when you're at work, trying to make yourself stand out amongst your peers. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that goal is going to be determined by an external source. So it's not to say that you can't set external goals for yourself. However, it is a lot more easy to control the goals that we have intrinsically. Because with your intrinsic goals, at the end of the day, you'll be able to say either, I feel as though I put in the time and effort to do what I wanted to do here, or I didn't. So we're gonna have a couple prompts that are gonna be diving into the internal and external motivations for your goals and kind of laying out what those are for you. So with all that being said, let's get into the journal prompts for this week. If you're new to this series, I give out 7 journal prompts every week. And the idea is that you would have 1 journal prompt for every day of the week if you choose to journal every day. You can also space these out over a longer period of time. So if you feel like you want to do twice a week or even once a month with your journal prompts, you can spread them out over a longer period of time and it'll last you a good portion of the year. So prompt number 1 I have for you today is, do you have goals set for yourself for the coming year, and list 1 that stands out to you? So here I want you to pinpoint one of your goals that is the biggest priority for you. Prompt number 2, list some goals that are short term. So these are going to be, like I said, in my definition of the word, any goal that is going to take you less than 5 years to achieve. If you have a different timeline of what you think your short term and long term goals are, you can feel free to follow that outline instead of what I'm laying out. Prompt number 3 I have for you is list some goals that are long term. So these are going to be your 5 to 10 year goals. And you might even have more of a foreshadow than that. You might have goals that are 15, 20 years down the line and you're really planning ahead. Feel free to lay out those goals as well. Prompt number 4 is, what are some goals you have that are externally motivated? So these are going to be your goals that are ultimately going to be determined by someone else at the end of the day. But the good thing about these goals is that they're a little bit more concrete. They're a little bit easier to pinpoint when you've achieved them. And a lot of these goals are going to be results based. Next prompt I have for you is, what are some goals you have that are intrinsically motivated? So these are going to be your goals that you are establishing for yourself and the ones that you have much more control over. And these goals are often so satisfying because it's really within yourself that you feel that you've achieved these goals and you have that sense of pride in yourself. Next prompt I have, this one is, I feel, quite profound when you take a deep look at it. It's, do you find you limit yourself because you are afraid of setting unrealistic goals? So often when it comes to goal setting, we have this idea that we have to set goals that are within our reach. They are realistic, because otherwise aren't we setting ourselves up for failure? And I do feel like this is something I've personally struggled with a lot in the past, is setting goals that I felt were within my reach. Part of the reason of setting a goal is because it is currently out of your reach and it's something to work towards. So if you limit yourself in what you think you can do, you're always going to be limiting yourself. And the chances of you meeting a goal that you really want deep within yourself is going to be slim. So maybe ask yourself here if there was a goal that you maybe have thought of briefly in your mind for one moment and you've kind of cast it aside because you thought to yourself, well, that's never going to happen for me. That's just too unrealistic. And maybe revisit that goal and see if it's something that you can put into the realm of possibility for yourself, because The reality is that if you count yourself out of achieving that goal, then it's never going to happen for you. But if you have any small amount of belief in yourself that it could happen for you, then there is a chance that it could, but you have to believe it first. And the last prompt I have for you today, this one I love as well, because I feel like it is something that goes unnoticed so often, is what is a former goal of yours that you have achieved or even surpassed that you are proud of? So sometimes if we're very far removed from a goal that we've reached in the past, we can start to forget how incredible it felt to achieve that goal. So here I want you to dive into some of the goals you've already achieved, and at what points in your life did you achieve them, and how did you feel when you did finally reach those goals? All right, my friends, so that is all the journal prompts that I have for you today. And there are going to be a couple more videos like this one before the new year. So if you've watched this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe to the channel if you liked this video and you want to see more videos like this. And lastly, before I let you go, speaking of goal setting, one of my major goals is to get this channel monetized before the end of the year. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. It would really help. If you can engage with my content in any way by liking or commenting on videos, sharing videos with your friends. If you'd like to check out my movement practices that I upload every Thursday, I will link some at the end of this video for you to check out as well. Because unfortunately, currently, YouTube has control of where ads fall in my videos, and that has definitely been a major distraction on my yoga classes for people that watch my yoga content. So helping me get monetized would be really important to my channel so that I can make a seamless experience for the people that are taking my yoga classes and that they are not interrupted by ads when they are practicing with me. So any amount helps. Anything that you can do is greatly appreciated in the way of helping to get this channel monetized. I would really, really appreciate it. So happy holidays to everyone, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. And I really hope that you have an amazing, restful time with your family and with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.